ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is Be Rich. This is Grandpa's Magic. This is the War Precon Planeswalker decks. So we're just going to go ahead and crack these. I'm going to go ahead and crack Gideon first, and then Jace. We'll go through the decks, and then we'll crack all the packs together. So, snip, snip. Away we go. Now, yeah, I know. We can look up these deck lists online and whatnot, but would be the fun in doing all that for the show. So just buy the deck. So Gideon, the Oathsworn, is 4 and 2 white for 4 loyalty. His static ability says whenever you attack with 2 or more non-Gideon creatures, put a 1/1 counter +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. That's not too bad. +2 until end of turn, Gideon the Oathsworn becomes a 5/5 white soldier creature that's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. Typical Gideon stuff. -9. Exile Gideon the Oathsworn and each creature your opponents control. That's pretty crazy. It really is. -9 though. Good luck getting him to stay out there, I guess. Unless you're playing like, I guess the doubling season obviously would help get there sooner. If you play a decent white weenie build, I guess. So first off, we got Command the Dreadhorde. So we already see that this deck is going to be black and white Orzhov for Gideon, even though he's white. I said a long time ago I see Gideon becoming Orzhov. Unfortunately, he dies, so not really. But this is as close to my prediction as we can get, I guess. Command the Dreadhorde is 4 and 2 black. For sorcery, choose any number of target creature and or planeswalker cards in graveyards. Command the Dreadhorde deals damage to you equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards. Put them onto the battlefield under your control. It's pretty good, I think. Then we got Oath of Kaya. I'm not going to go through all these cards because we pretty much know what these are doing. Gideon's Battle Cry, though, is 2 and 2 white for a sorcery. It says put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Gideon the Oathsworn. Reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So it's Gideon's Door Knocker for this particular Gideon. So then we got Kaya, Bane of the Dead. We got some Ajani's Pridemate. I'm not too happy with this artwork. I kind of like the other artwork a little bit better. I know I'm not the only one. Then we got Charmed Stray. We got a play set of those. It's pretty predictable, I guess. Enforcer Griffin. We get a couple of those. And we get some Makeshift Battalion. So whenever him and 2 other creatures, at least 2 other creatures attack, put 1 counter on him. So he has a battalion effect. Hence his name, I guess. Trusted Pegasus. That's what gets shot down by a Ketra. War Screecher, Vampire Opportunist, Cruel Celebrant, Gideon's Company. You get some Orzhov Guild Gates. Get some plains and some swamps. Then we get Bond of Discipline, Obnixilus's Cruelty, Desperate Lunge, and that be it. Ooh, you can't have that code. It's my code. So yeah, Desperate Lunge. Sad moment right there when the Black Blade just shatters on Bolus because Bolus created the hype for the Black Blade in the first place and knew that it wasn't going to work. That's kind of shitty, I guess. But not really surprising. It's Bolus, so I definitely didn't see it coming though. Not from miles away. So we'll move on to this one. Jace Planeswalker deck. Jace, Arcane Strategist, 4 and 2 blue, for 4 loyalty. Says as static ability says whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. +1, draw a card. -7, creatures you control can't be blocked this turn. I mean, the uptick to draw a card, that's always a nice thing. He's a 6-drop though. The static ability is it seems, I feel it just seems kind of weird having Jace put counters on your stuff, you know? I guess it's not too bad. We're just going to put tokens over here. Alright, so we're starting off with Spark Double, which is always nice. 3 to blue for an illusion. It says you may have Spark Double enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature or planeswalker you control, except it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. If it's a creature, it enters with an additional loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker, and it isn't legendary if that permanent is legendary. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Bioessence Hydra. I really like this. 5-drop is a little but he's a 4/4 with trample, and he enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each loyalty counter on planeswalkers you control. That in itself, just if you're playing any kind of Super Friends and are in green blue, which you probably are because you're most likely playing Atraxa, you definitely are going to put this in your build because he's just going to have so many counters on him. And then, if that wasn't good enough, whenever 1 or more loyalty counters are put on planeswalkers you control, put that many 1/1 counters on Bioessence Hydra. The Super Friends just got a big beefy guy that's like, I'll help block and whatnot, and boom, we like. So here's Jace Arcana Strategist Door Knocker. It's Jace's Ruse, 3 and 2 blue for a sorcery. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Jace Arcane Strategist. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If you do search your library this way, shuffle it. So that's not too bad. Kiora Behemoth Beckoner, 2 and a green for Kiora, 7 loyalty. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. -1 to untap target permanent. I feel Kiora is very strong. She's 3-drop, 7 loyalty. That's strong in itself. And her minus is just 1 instead of anything else. It's like, this is really good. I really like it. Then we get Kiora's Dam Breaker. Some Bloom Hulks, which are nice. You know, it enters the battlefield, you proliferate. Pollen Bright Druid is okay. You put a 1/1 counter on it, or on a creature, or proliferate when it ETBs. We got Primordial Worm, the Ward Scale Crocodile. It's just a big beefy with hexproof. Merfolk Skydiver, 2-drop Merfolk with flying, and you can put a ETB. You put a counter on target creature control. Then you can pay 5 to proliferate. I'm not big on paying 5 to proliferate, although the fact that it's just 5 and you don't have to tap it is kind of helpful if you can get large sums of mana. Guild Pact Informant, 2 and blue for a Fairy Rogue. When it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, proliferate. So I do like proliferation. Jace's Protection is 2 and 2 blue for a 2/2 Wizard Illusion. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Jace's Projection. Pay 3 and a blue, put a loyalty counter on target Jace Planeswalker. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not bad at all. Let me get some Simic Gilgates, some Islands and Forests. Let's see what we got over here. Jace's Triumph. Then we get Stealth Missions, Band Togethers, Courage in Crisis, and New Horizons. So that's not too shabby. I'll definitely be putting Jace to use. I'll definitely be putting Gideon to use too. I use them all. So we're just going to go ahead and start with the packs. This one's technically from the Gideon deck. So start off with Battlefield Promotion. Just start off the commons. Sky Theater Strix, Blind Blast, Primordial Worm, Lazatep Behemoth, Band Together, Spellgorger Weird, Arboreal Grazer, Herald of the Dread Horde. That'll be the commons for this pack. Tibalt's Rager starts off with uncommons. Niece's Triumph and Bond of Insight. That means we got a rare Planeswalker here. Ooh, we got a Gideon Blackblade. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, that's nice. And out of the Gideon deck. Oh, and a foil Aid the Fallen. Oh, that is pretty neat. It's 1 and a black. Choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target Planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. That's really nice. And yeah, if you had bought this particular one to be like, oh, I'm buying it to try to use the deck and what's in these packs to make a standard deck, which I don't highly recommend, but it would have definitely been worth it. We got Gideon Blackblade. This is off with Ashiok Skulker. Then we got Honor of the God Pharaoh, Rising Populace, and Stealth Mission, Charity Extractor, New Horizons, Callous Dismissal, Nahiri Stoneblades, Band Together, Prismite for the commons. Uncommon will be Storm the Citadel, Pledge of Unity, Kasmina Enigmatic Mentor, and Krinko 10th Street Kingpin for the rare. He is pretty neat. I've already got a playset of non-foil and a foil of him. Now that gives me a playset +1 of non-foils. But Gideon though. Gideon Blackblade. Oh yeah. Honor the God Pharaoh will start us off with this pack. Rising Populace, Stealth Mission, Primordial Worm, Lazatep Behemoth, Guild Globe, Chandra's Pyrohelix, Unlikely Aid, Wanderer Strike, and Heartfire will be the commons. Uncommons will give us Chandra's Triumph, Bolt Bend, and Samut Tyrant Smasher, with Massacre Girl being the rare. Not too bad. I really like her. We got a Swamp and Zombie Army token. And the last pack, are we going to get a Foil Bolus? That'd be sweet, huh? Foil Bolus? Foil Karn? Foil Lily, Foil Gideon, Foil Jace. Any of the high dollar foils, I'd be happy with. I doubt it. War Screecher will start us off with this pack. Ashiok Skulker, Invading Manicore, Vivian's Grizzly, Spark Reaper, Sarkon's Catharsis, hate that card, Bloomhulk, Sahili's Silverwing, Obnixilus's Cruelty, Totally Lost will be the commons. Uncommons will be a Paradise Druid, Lazatep Plating, and a Jaya, Venerated Fire Mage, Silent Submersible as the rare. No foil in that one. I can't complain too much. Wasn't too bad. We did get a Gideon Blackblade out of the deal, so awesome freaking sauce in my eyes. And a foil. But oh well. Well, there you have it, fellas, ladies, children, dogs, cats, ducks, owls, chickens, whatever you are. That'll be the end of today's show. So till next time, GG.